Black man with this is he Spanish?
Doesn't matter what their light skin is.
Right.
His children will be orphaned. His children will be biracial, and they'll never be accepted in any race.
Right.
They don't have a race.
Right.
They can't say I'm a black American. They can't say I'm a black, I'm a mixed European.
Right.
They can't say I'm anything. It's just
Right.
that my mother and father, that's the only thing they can do.
Right.
That's as far as they can go. Now Mahomes, he got lucky.
Patrick Mahomes?
Patrick Mahomes got lucky. Look at the color of his skin. He's not a black. He's biracial.
Right.
But he's making a lot of money.
Right.
And he's well off, he's well spoken, and he's under the radar, kept under there by the whites.
Right.
If he lives in the hood, you cannot live in the hood and do sports.
Right.
They don't allow you to have all that money and live in the hood. You can't cross the street and live. You see this block? This is the block with money. Where
Right.
you're right outside this block.
Right.
You can't leave here and go over there and live with your parents.
Right. So they have it in the contract agreement. You can't go back to the hood.
Or you can go. You can go back to the hood, you just can't live there.
Oh.
You're supposed to know your agreements.
Right.
You have to live certain places. Because you now have finances to do it with, so therefore they teach you to do it. And they brainwash you so you don't need that to do, because over there the only thing they're going to do is what? Bring you down.
Right.
They'll tell you they're going to bring you down. They're not
Right.
going to bring you down. You can uplift them. It takes Shaquille. Shaquille do more for black people than almost, like LeBron James don't do nothing. Shaquille O'Neal does more stuff for black
Yeah, I know
people
that.
than
True.
anybody.
I said that the other day. You do.
This little lady, she's writing books about blacks. He's going to promote all of her books.
Right.
100 books, and he's going to promote the first 100 books she put on the market
Right.
for black kids. It's all black. Everything, every picture that's in that book is going to be black. All the hair from black dames back in the day. And by the way, that beautiful lady you go out with, how real is not just saying.
Right.
So you can't get an attitude. How real is she? Everything about her is real, right?
Right.
Just say no. She don't got real hair. That's not her hair.
Oh.
She got a beauty parlor man and put it in her head.
Oh, black
She
people
even
don't have
comb her
real hair. No.
They don't even comb their hair no more. They use all genetic products that's produced most time by whites in order to do what they do.
Right.
So that their skin will do a different color, like Michael Jackson and everything else. So their skin will do so they're more accepted than the whites.
Right. They got bleaching cream on the market now, and it's the most selling thing on the market right now.
They
Bleaching
turn their skin
cream.
this color.
Exactly.
I should open this up and show you the color underneath here.
Right,
I'm dark
right.
outside, but underneath I'm very light.
Right.
Yes, it bleaches you.
Right. A lot of Africans and Jamaicans who's dark skinned, they like
That's
bleaching
right.
cream.
They use
Yeah, hurry
bleach
and buy
cream
that shit.
because they come into America, and for them to be that black coming into America, they're not going to be accepted.
Right.
So the color of your arm, that's the color that black African that came out of the woods, his arm would be that color. They come over here so he'll be accepted.
Right.
They'll even change the dialogue, the language, everything.
Right.
Oh, by the way, I've never had a southern slang or a southern, real hard southern accent.
Right.
Never have had.
So you're from Shelby, North Carolina,
That's
and
right.
you used to pick cotton.
That's right. Cleveland County, North Carolina, that's right. We had cotton farms. We didn't have our own farm. You call sharecroppers.
Right.
White man owned all of it. You lived there. You worked for him. You just don't know. The kids and nobody told you you were working for him. You didn't work for your parents. Your parents beat you half to death in order to make you work.
Right.
You didn't work. They pick up something and beat you with it. Any people
Right.
should have been the extension cord or the iron, doesn't matter.
Right.
Or a stick, it didn't matter. As long as they got you across the message across it. And you didn't want to get beat no more.
Right.
Marvin Gaye made out a song, "Don't Beat Me and Don't Beat." You want to learn who I am? Talk to me. You don't have to beat me down with brutality in order to find out who I am.
Right.
You ask your child. I never had to beat any of my kids. That's like you and I are talking, that's how I talk to my children.
Right.
Sit them down and you talk to them. Let them go about their business. Let them think about it. 3 or 4 days later, you bring them in and you talk to them again.
Right.
You don't have to hit that child for them to learn anything at all. In order for them to be like these white people, whoever coming in, or the Europeans or whatever's coming in.
Oh,
first of all, don't
they like
you.
Pakistani, like Indians.
They most definitely don't like you. They just
Yeah, I
want
already
your
know
money.
that.
They just want your money.
Exact. Yes,
Tell
you're
any
right.
Pakistani in a heartbeat, don't fuck with me. We, the Americans, used our backs just so your ass could come across that ocean.
Right.
We took all the bumps and the bruises so they could come across the ocean.
Right.
They come in and act like they own you. Get
Right.
out of my store. Stop going in that store. Open your own store and treat yourselves right at the same time.
See, they don't understand. We fought for them, Asians, Pakistanis, Indians, all them people to come over here. We fought for them to come over here. They don't
Everybody
even know
come
that.
here Except one group.
Who? Who's that?
The Chinks. These Chinese today is not Chinks.
Right.
Chinks back in the day, the ones that all this, they ran around and kissed everybody's ass. They worked so hard, it was unreal. They helped build the railroads. They helped build America.
Right.
Because they were shot and did everything, and they were put up in certain houses outside the black neighborhoods. Because they didn't want you working with them. They don't want you to learn their language. And they don't want to teach you their language.
So let me ask you, why when somebody call an Asian a chink, they get mad like that's a hatred word, like it's a hate crime, but
A hate crime is just like them calling you a bunch of niggas.
right.
You don't want them calling you a bunch of niggas.
Right.
You'll call yourself a nigga, but you don't want them to call yourself one. Why? You don't want the white man calling you a nigga, but you'll call yourself a nigga. Why?
Right.
You'll get mad if he does because that's what he used to call you. He don't call you that no more. You know why?
Right.
He brainwashed you so much, they got you pay yourself for calling yourself nigga, so now it's okay that you call yourself nigga. Let him alone. We don't have to call him a nigga no more.
Right.
You got so many rappers out there made so much money off of your back, it's unreal.
Right.
And you thought it was cute by them doing so. Yo, my nigga. Yo, my nigga. You know where yo, my nigga came from? The white man. Yo, my niggas. He owned all them people.
Right.
Those was his niggas. Plantations belong to him. All the blacks out there were niggas, all of them belong to the white man. Nowadays, you'll hear a black man say, yo, my nigga, what's happening, y'all? He's now a slave owner. That's what you should tell your brothers. You are
Right.
now a slave owner.
Right.
I'm not your nigga. Stop being each other's nigga. And therefore, you'll step out home and be on top of the world. They'll hate you for it.
Right.
Blacks will absolutely hate you for it. But you'll be doing the right thing by yourself and your next generation.
Now you said the Chinks, right? They was the most hated Chinese.
The first Chinese that came over, they were called Chinks for one reason. The bed bugs and everything else they brought over with them.
Right.
That little bed bug was called a chink.
Right.
It crawled underneath your skin.
Right.
It would give you poison and your bones would do different things. You could deform and everything. It would just eat you up.
Right. So now if somebody called them the word
They don't
chink,
pay no
they get
mind.
mad because of
They don't pay no
that.
mind no more because they're not chinks.
Oh.
200 years ago they were chinks. That's when they first came over. They were chinks. They came over by the shiploads.
Right.
Nobody brought them over. They were shown how to get over. Set up in a free land.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was too many of them over there. They sent them across. Millions of them died coming across that ocean. They came over here by the thousands,
Right.
not by the 100,000 that they started off. And today they're still trying to get into America
Right.
because all this land is here. We're not using it. There they have nothing. They're only allowed to have one child every so many years, every family. If they find out they're going to have another child, they'll end up killing that child or killing them, one or the other, so they don't have that child. One
Right.
child per family, that's it. Once you have a child,
When did they started that in China?
when did they start that?
Yeah.
Probably about 300 years ago.
300 years ago?
Oh,
Damn.
300 years ago. They work
I thought they
rice
just
fields,
started
they do
that.
this. That's the only way you can have two childs is if you work the farm.
Oh.
Because you needed that boy and that girl to work the farm. If you had another girl, they would kill the girl until you had a boy. They don't need a girl out there doing the farm. Girls belong in the housing and other things where the girls belong. Boys belong in the farms because they're more masculine, they're more stronger, they can do a lot
Right.
more than the girls. If you had a boy, then your tubes are tied and you couldn't have no more.
Right. The girls was really just made for one thing,
To have
the
another
bedroom, and have another child. I guess
That's
two
it.
things.
child. She was already set up to marry somebody to have another child. Already set. It was already set for her. She didn't choose who she wanted to marry.
Right, right.
We're American. Shit, we do what we want to do.
What you think about the Puerto Ricans?
Puerto Ricans is actually more black than you are.
Oh, they are.
A lot of them are.
Oh.
They're just the way it is. But they
What
don't
you think about the white
associate-
people?
They don't want to associate with you because the way you act towards them.
Right.
So you want to put them on an outskirt because of the color of their skin or because of the language they teach, because you can't speak that language, you don't want to be bothered. You should be bothered.
Right.
They should be one of your better friends so that you can learn from them. So
Right.
therefore, when you Cubans, you ain't gonna never be friends with Cubans because that's different. They belong